Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rachel and today I'm going to be going over our findings from our last coin roll hunting video under our microscope. And then I'm also going to quickly go over our collection books and show you guys what we found in our very first month of coin roll hunting. So let's get started. Up first we have this 1997 that was struck through grease. If you look closely on the 97 you can see that it is not there. You can see like the outline of where it should have been. And then also same thing with Liberty. You can see the outline, but the letters are not there. And there's a little bit more in God. You can see part of the letters made it through, but the rest just isn't there. Same thing with part of Trust. I thought that one was pretty cool. So on this 2008, we have a die crack between the lettering in the E and the N in cent. Don't usually see it that way, so just figured I'd show that one quickly. I do have two more die cracks, and then I'm going to move on from die cracks to something else. So I have two die cracks that I'm going to show kind of at once here. This one is a 1993, and you can see that the die crack comes from below the R and goes all the way through the building over here. And then this one, this 1995, is pretty much identical to the last one. It comes through the R and goes in the building. It just doesn't come quite as far into the building. So on this 1996, this is the last die crack that I'm going to show for this video. It was the largest die crack. You can see it come through the O and of and go all the way down through the building. We find a lot of die cracks, guys. A lot of different styles of die cracks. In that whole box, there was just a ton. So I'm just going to show you the most prominent ones that we found, and then we'll be on to the next subject. So on this 1985 Denver, this one also appears to be struck through grease. We're missing the L on Liberty, and it also has these weird markings on it, so almost looks like fingerprint markings. Just figured I'd show you guys that really quick. It was pretty interesting looking. So let me know in the comments, guys, if you think these could be lathe lines. I know I've asked before in another video, but it's hard to tell from the pictures I found online. But it doesn't look like a fingerprint to me. It looks more like it would be something else. I'm just not 1000% sure what it would be called. So I'm going to show you two off-center pennies that we found. This one is a 1985, and the letters are cut off a little bit. It goes from like pretty much nothing around the rim to pretty thick here. And you can see it's cut off just a touch on the In God We Trust. And this next one is a 1984, and you can see it goes from like no rim down by the date, and it gets thicker, much thicker. This is the most off-center coin we've found. I know it doesn't add a whole lot of value, but it's still a cool find. So on this 1996 Denver, on the reverse side, in the exact same spot where the date is, if you look closely, it's hard to make it out on this screen, I know, because I had to change the resolution. My computer doesn't really cooperate with high resolution. So, but you can see an upside down 9 and part of like a 1 that was punched through from the date. I might zoom in just a touch more, see if you can see it a little better. So you can see where the 1 would be right here, and then right here looks like a 9. I'm going to spin it just a touch so you can kind of see from a different angle. I thought that was pretty interesting though. I just have a couple more and then we're going to show you guys the albums. On this 1969 Denver, we have a floating roof. You can see that the lines that should be there are not there on both sides. We found about 5 of those. We found a couple 78s, a couple 79s, or 69s and 68s, excuse me, and 170, but just figured we'd show you this one. So I just wanted to share this 2021 for the toning. It looks purple. The reverse side looks even more purple. We searched through 1,250 pennies for this under the microscope, and we were really hoping to find like a new style FG on an 88, or we were hoping to find an Indian head or something cool like that too. But unfortunately, this is the most exciting stuff that we found this time. We were also hoping to find a closer wide AM. We haven't found any of those yet. We just thought this one looked pretty cool. On this 1983 zinc penny, we found what is like a possible plating error. This penny looks pretty wild, guys. I'm going to go slow so you can see all of the craziness on there. It's not level. This stuff is like raised on there. Go back this way so you can see that. All right. Okay, we found a boatload of Canadian pennies on that last hunt. So I noticed in the comments a couple people told me I should go ahead and get the album, the Canadian penny album. So we did go ahead and order that. That should be coming soon. And we'll work on filling that with all of the Canadian pennies we're finding. So we found 10 wheat pennies on that last hunt. This is the oldest one that was there, in 1945. And then we went through and filled our collection books with the clean pennies we had saved in bags. We finally had the time to go through them all and put them in the book. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys those next. Let me show you the reverse of this one first. All right, I'm going to grab my albums and I will be right back. So I grabbed our Whitmans Collection books, and I'm just going to quickly show you guys what we've got going on. This one is from 1909 to 1940, and I know that this isn't super impressive, but also keep in mind, guys, we've only been doing this for about a month. We don't have any of the 1909 to 1918 pennies, but we did find a 1919S, and a 1926 and a 1929. We have a 1939 here and a 1940. Of course, we'll be looking to upgrade anything like this 1939 here is going to need an upgrade. So as we come across better ones, we will fix the book. And then this is the 1944 to 1974. We have found quite a bit more here in this group than we did in the previous book. So this one is from 1941 to 1950. We're missing a few there. In this middle page, we've got only a few spots that are empty. This one goes from 1951 to 1963, and then the next page is totally full, and it's a 1963D to 1974S. And next, this one is a 1975 to 2013. We're only missing one On that first page, we're missing the 1983 D. I'd say that's not too bad for a month into it. This middle page from 1987 D to 2002 is full. And then we're only missing a couple on that last page there. And this is the last book. This one goes from 2014 and beyond. So this next page under here is just a bunch of empty dates so far. So thank you guys for checking out our most recent box hunt, and then checking them out up close and personal with me, and checking out our collection books. I will be posting a new video where we go through another box of pennies pretty soon here, so keep an eye out for that. Thank you guys. I appreciate all of the support, and please consider liking and subscribing if you liked what you watched today. I will see you guys next time.